Jeffrey Chambers, Zachary Jones, and Sabri Saeed, and they're here to talk about diversity on FIT. So, allows you to take action.
You go ahead.
Okay, cool. At least for me, it was like my freshman year. I just moved from the West Coast to New York, and I remember learning that one of my friend's roommates who was dorming was like using like the N-word like with like ER. Like I know casually a lot of people use it, but
Not with the ER.
I know exactly, and it was like I was just so in shock because I'm like, well, what? Like New York's supposed to be so progressive, and like, but that's kind of like it hit me like, wow, like racism is everywhere, and like you would think going to college or like higher education, people are gonna be more educated, that people are gonna be different, but like they really aren't. Also useless. Like I felt like I couldn't do anything. Like I felt like if I was to even go and told someone like, hey, like I've been hearing like this is what this kid's doing, I feel like they'd be like, well, technically he doesn't really break any rules or this and that. I don't know. I just feel like in the past in high school where I have spoken up about stuff like that, nothing really ever happened. So it's just kind of like, what am I like? Am I really gonna win?
I definitely agree with the sentiment that like coming to New York, I thought it would be like 120% liberals like everywhere. And then like coming to FIT and there being like definitely pockets of conservative, very conservative students. Like I remember, I think it was my junior year last year, or maybe the year before, there were stickers put up around FIT that said like FIT for Trump. And then like recently there was like the Instagram FIT for Trump.
I did not even hear about that.
I did not
I did
either.
not even hear about that.
So
Ew.
that was
Awareness.
really like surprising to me, and like I feel like there are so many like people that we don't know have these like negative thoughts towards people of color, negative thoughts towards immigrants that go to FIT. There are so many people that are uneducated and prejudiced that we need to like help realize that they shouldn't be.
Yeah. Because sometimes it's not a matter of just prejudice for no reason. It's a matter of, not being educated on the topic and just, plain ignorance.
It has been like tough where I'll notice, oh hey, I'm the only like Black woman in this like classroom, like in a classroom, for example. Imagine like another club where I'd probably realize, oh, it might be one of the few. But I guess that's where like the diversity clubs come in. And I don't know why I haven't had a chance to like explore them.
Yeah, I can see where like feeling like you're not like the broader picture of FIT can like make you feel discouraged. Like me too, being like a queer Asian man, like I don't see very many people who look like me either, and that can definitely be like discouraging and like make me not want to like be more involved on campus, just because like the FIT girl definitely has like a certain stereotype of like
for sure.
we can all picture who
Yes.
the FIT girl is in our minds right now, and like she doesn't look like any of us,
Right now, no.
So that definitely, I can see that like being discouraging to people, like especially people of color, people of other ethnic minorities. Like they might not want to get involved because they feel like FIT isn't like a safe space for them. So, but that's definitely made me want to be more involved, like with ASN for sure. I'm vice president of Asian Student Network, and that's been a great opportunity for me. I grew up on the West Coast too. I actually grew up in Seattle, which is not super diverse actually. So coming to New York, it was like such a whole different world. Like, and I grew up in a pretty white town. So when I came to FIT, like ASN was a way for me to like connect with my culture. So that was a really amazing experience for me. So I'm glad that I got involved, and I think more people should.
What diversity means to me is everyone with different backgrounds and experiences coexisting in a shared space. I feel like a lot of diversity is just focused on race and gender, and the term tend to overlook those with disabilities or those with a difference of ideas, and those things still play a part in diversity as well. Diversity is being invited to the party, and inclusion is being asked to dance.
Diversity at FIT to me means acceptance, inclusivity, and especially curiosity as well. It's important to continue learning from each other and our individuality, whether it be your age, color, gender, sexual orientation, whatever, it's all going to be worth celebrating.
and although you might have differences, learning to listen to other people's stories and trying to be a better person through them is all part of the learning process. Whether it be in the classroom, club meetings, or passing other people in the breezeway, embracing people for who they are is what truly matters.
And as many of you know, FIT prides itself on being a safe space and very inclusive for different communities, different people, different race, different colors, different creeds, and different religions. And my experience with FIT has overall been pretty good, but there's still been instances where I felt a little bit excluded.
Coming to, this school, I kind of like realized that this kind of like perfect, idyllic vision that I had for society isn't necessarily always true. And it kind of like popped my bubble being, at the school, because it kind of made me realize that there's still some people that are kind of prejudiced, and there's still some people that are racist. I remember my freshman year living in the dorms. One of the people at my dorms was just very, very like saying a lot of like anti-Asian sentiment, because it's like those little initiatives that ultimately will make an impact. And that was freshman year. I'm in my senior year now. I wonder if that kid still feels the same. That kid may have changed. And it's the things that happen on campus that spark that change. She's done.
Perfect. You all set?
Woo!